Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So what is going on currently today? What is being discussed? Well, that mental health day was completely ignored by the pair. Here, Harry's supposed to be a spokesperson for Mental Health Day. Well, what did he do? He dropped the ball. They did absolutely nothing. Nothing was said or done, because they're on to their next little thing, which is a common pattern of theirs. They never fulfill any obligations that they sign up for. Everything's just for show. So let's hit that up and ask a few questions on that. And then I would like to talk about the Toronto, it was a Toronto show. What was it? It was the Toronto Games, where they were escorted out of the entire establishment because she was stalking Harry back then, and they were apparently on a break, and she just couldn't handle it. So they actually took her and Marcus Anderson actually took someone else's seats, and they were escorted out. And she had the biggest grin and smile on her face, just like she always does, like nothing's happening, nothing's going wrong here. So she really does her best to make people think that there's no drama going on, or she's being thrown out. So she had a big smile on her face. Marcus wasn't smiling, and neither was the lady standing behind him, but Marco is just lit up with this big old grin. So it's kind of interesting image, to say the least. And then there's a series of images where they literally escorted them out of the entire venue. So that is kind of how she's always stalked him, you guys. She's just a big stalker. So let's get some cards. I'm going to do a little shuffling here on this situation with the mental health. They completely ignored the mental health day. Completely ignored it. And here he's supposed to be an advocate for it, and it just goes to show that they aren't who they say they are. It's really just a money grab. Everything's a money grab. So let's get this done. Here we go. Money grab. They're on the money grab. Why did they not respond to Mental Health Day? Why did they not respond to Mental Health Day? Why did they not respond to Mental Health Day? Spirit guides and angels. Why did they not respond to Mental Health Day? Please be clear. Why did they not respond to Mental Health Day? First card we have here is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. They didn't want to create and expand it. That's why. Because there's no money in it. It's Pentacles. No money in it. So that's Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's office politics, sloppy, no teamwork. Basically, they don't want to master and skill it. They don't want to be the skills of it. They don't want to work at it. They simply don't want to work at it. They're just not interested. Not interested. No money in it. Not enough funds in there for them. So that's why they dropped the ball. Doesn't pay them coin, they're out. The challenge is Knight of Pentacles. See, there you go. The Knight of Pentacles is this. He wants to be Mr. Trustworthy. He would like to be Mr. Trustworthy, but that is a challenge for him. That is his challenge, is being trustworthy. Yes, it is. Very much a challenge for Harry. Yep, he dropped the ball. Just like he dropped the ball on doing the military awards, and he went to the Disney Lion King instead. He drops the ball when it suits him. So here we go, the motivation. The motivation is the Eight of Pentacles. So with the Eight of Pentacles, basically they would like to produce and make money. They want to make progress making money, make progress in whatever is they're doing. They didn't feel that they could make any progress with it. So they had a lack of focus and ambition because it's in reverse. So there was absolutely no ambition to do it. Total lack of ambition. So they simply don't want to put their time into it. They didn't think they would do anything for their progress in becoming world leaders. It wasn't going to get them to their ultimate goal, basically, goalpost. And then we have here the distant past. The distant past is the Page of Cups. In the uprights, the distant past with the Page of Cups was they thought that they could be kind, gentle, liked, bring news in, be sort of cherished and be upbeat and bring something new to the table, kind of with fresh and young, being a, quote unquote young voice. They're not young, This is what, they're really not young voices, but they kind of wanted to put that image out there. I think it kind of crashed and burned. So anyways, this was the distant past. They really thought that that was like a new path, an emotional new path. The recent past is the Four of Swords in reverse. So with the Four of Swords in reverse, anxiety and ego got consumed by him. He probably didn't like revealing that he has health issues. It wasn't boding well on him, apparently. It affected his ego. And this also, in this position, a person's, this is a healing position. This is where you're a healed individual. You have the ability to heal. He is not healed. Since he's not healed, I think he's afraid of ruining his reputation. It was hitting his ego and afraid that it would ruin his reputation. Because he knows he's not healed. That's the other reason. Deep down, he knows he's not a healed individual. He has not healed any childhood wounds. Had he healed his childhood wounds, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing now. He would be a calm, peaceful individual. Those childhood wounds are as live today as they've ever been. He has not cured himself, so he has no voice for mental health. I think he knows it. He knows it. He's not healed. So we have here, he just has no business speaking out about it. The future. The future is Ten of Pentacles in reverse position. So he felt that there would be no money, no security, no wealth and abundance doing it. So they took themselves out. They said no and they took themselves out. Not enough money in it for us. There's no abundance here. So back to, they just want money. It's just coins, 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 coins. Look at all the coins here on here. Lots of coins. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 coin cards, you guys. 4 coin cards, a sword, and a page card, an immaturity person. So here we go. So what's the decision? The decision is that they were not happy doing it. It didn't make them joyful. They didn't want to do it. I'm not happy doing it. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. The feeling on the situation, they felt trapped. They felt trapped with the Eight of Swords. So they didn't want to be trapped anymore. So it felt like an entrapment. Like, because then he'd be focusing on his mental health. And he wanted to not probably be part of that also with the Nine of Swords. So yeah, Eight of Swords. I need to get these. It's so written so small here. Eight of Swords. Yes, it's the Eight of Swords. So he felt stuck and self-sabotaged. That was a feeling. He felt like he was self-sabotaging himself by being so vocal about his issues, which really he was. And we all discussed this, a lot of channels discussed this about Markle pushing him into that area because it would self-sabotage him. I think not only is it a coin situation, but they realized it was self-sabotaging as well. Primarily, though, it's coins because I got 4 cards of coins right here. So the hopes and fears. The hope was to be 9 of Pentacles. That they would be told yes, everyone's going to be yes, it would give pleasures and doors would open up. And that was the hope. That was the hope. But the fear would be that the doors would close, it wouldn't be fulfilling. And so that was the hope and fear. But they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. They never gave it a chance, to be quite frank. But I guess there wasn't enough money in there. So once again, another coin card that is influencing them. So what do we have as the outcome? The outcome is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is basically a restless individual who wants to take risks. So he decided to take a risk and take probably his energy, his fighter energy, and go elsewhere. Take his wand and create something different. Help create something different in business because it is a wand energy and that is business. So he decided to take that ambition and go somewhere else. Was the outcome. So that is basically how it all went down. Decided it wasn't worth their time. And so then they move along. They take what they can get for public approval, to look good, image. Image is everything to them. Image is everything. Doesn't matter. The general public doesn't realize how much they drop. They drop everything. Most people who don't follow them like we do here and other channels, they're clueless. They just think, oh, they're so wonderful. Or they might think they're wonderful. Or they're getting their hand in too many things. But they don't follow how much they drop. They drop literally everything. So let's get this Toronto. Let's get this Toronto now. This Toronto, her stalking. She was a gate crasher. And yeah, she was a total gate crasher. So what did someone say? Someone called it on Twitter, desperately seeking Harry, going there like that. She was desperately seeking Harry. So let's get a spread on desperately seeking Harry and getting his attention during a time out during their dating process. And he looked really concerned and not too thrilled with her there, apparently. But that was not why they escorted. It was because they took someone else's seats, apparently. So that was the reason why. So let's find out. Markle on the Toronto. Let's get some energy, general energy vibe on that. General energy vibe on the Toronto games and being escorted out. Here we go. The first card here we have here is Seven of Wands in reverse. So Seven of Wands in reverse is weak boundaries. They broke a boundary. They broke a boundary and they took someone else's seat. They don't have boundaries. Hey, I want those seats. I'm taking them. So there was weak boundaries, and the challenge was trying to create the situation with the Seven of Pentacles. They had to plan and cultivate it, which they did. The challenge was to plan and cultivate and actually succeed at it, but they did not succeed. But they did plan and cultivate to take those seats. The motivation was to be the Empress. She wants to be a royal, and she wants to birth something new, and she wants abundance, and she wanted it with Harry. She wanted to become the mother of his children. Let's see, what do we have here for the distant past? Yes, the distant past was the Hierophant. Yeah, she wanted to join the royal family. This is, for me, the royal family. She wanted that royal family connection. She wanted to marry Harry. It's also a marriage card. So she wanted to get married to Harry. She wanted to be the mother of his children. She was not going to get cut out. No, you are not taking a break from me. I will show you. I will pop up. Here we go. The recent past became she was partially iced out. She was partially iced out, not fully iced out, but they were taking a break. And she couldn't handle that. That's why she was doing it. She was partially iced out. The future at that point in time was looking pretty grim for her because it's looking like the relationship was going to be completely broken and shattered with the Four of Cups in reverse. With the Four, there was no stability with the relationship. And so there was unfulfilled feelings there. And he was very unfulfilled with her. He wanted to take a new option. He did not want to date her anymore. He was really thinking about who else he can date. But she was not going to have any of it. She was not going to have any of it. No, you're not going to partially ice me out. You're going to keep seeing me because I'm going to win you over. So that's really what it was. Total stalker energy. The decision became, yeah, her wheels were off. He had stopped being ambitious for her. There apparently was a battle of the wills because the Chariot is a battle of the wills, and he just wasn't going to battle with her anymore. He did not want to chase after her anymore. He did not want advancement with her. He had no warrior energy to chase after her. He lost all enthusiasm, and she knew it. So the wheels were off. The wheels were off in chasing Markle, or being anywhere near her for that matter. The feeling for her at that time was Seven of Cups in the reverse position. So that is game up. Game up. Illusion ends. We're done. I'm not going to choose you. There's no commitment here. And it is the gaslighting card in reverse. He knew he had a lot of choices in life. I can have any woman I want. I'm a royal. I'm going to look at my other options. We have two options cards. We had two options cards that popped up here. And he decided he was going to find a new option. And this is the second option card. He knew he could pick another woman, and she knew it, and game up. It was game up for her. So that's why she showed up. She was hell-bent on getting him back. And she succeeded. Hopes and fears. Yes, the hopes and fears. The hope was to have it be a tower crashing in the upright. That would be a better position to be in because Yeah, you had your problem. You had a major fight. You did a little separation period of dating other people, but you can rebuild in this position. But it was in this position. It was in complete tear down. So she needed to jump into action and do something to fix it, because she knew that it was going to be completely incinerated and that there would be no recovery, because he was thinking about his other options. So she kind of knew that. What is the outcome? The outcome, oh my God. The devil, the devil. The devil enslavement. Uncontrolled urges, lies, codependent. She was hell-bent on enslaving him, getting a hold of his uncontrolled urges, his ego, and make him codependent on her. Yes, the devil wins. They use sex, they use whatever means necessary. So her devil energy got him, you guys. This is what did it. This is what did it. And it sure did. Under the surface, what do we have here? And it made her happy again. Oh, she's so happy. Upright. Yep, she became a happy girl, planting flowers, and she's winning. And it is the Five of Cups in the upright position. So, you know, with the Five of Cups, there was sorrow and loss and regret. And, you know, so there was this, nope, excuse me. It's in the, oh, excuse me. It is in the reverse position. This is upright. This is reverse. So it's in the reverse position. So they were able to do forgiveness. There was some forgiveness of whatever argument they had. Here, there's regret and loss, hurt self to others, and there's not quite the forgiveness. So there was a change of heart. With this card, there can be a change of heart. And so basically they ended up with a change of heart. He had a change of heart because of what she did to him, probably in the bedroom. So that's what happened. There was a change of heart with this situation. I'm going to get to the middle of the situation and see what was in the middle. The middle is Two of Swords in the upright position. So with the Two of Swords, that's partnership. There was a separation. There was a sit and refuse, got to decide, taking a time out, a little bit of denial. So with this, you've got to make a decision with the Two of Swords. Do I want to do this? It's a decision card. It really is a decision card. And so he had to make a decision, and I think she made it for him with this Devil card. She made it very easy for him because she manipulated him with the Devil energy. The Devil's going to win. And she made that decision for him. He really didn't make that decision for himself, but she probably made him think that he made that decision for himself. But no, she did advertise on her, I don't know, social media that she was good in bed. There was actually a post where she had like a little post. She said something about being good in bed. So she used her bedroom skills. That's what she did. She used her bedroom skills to get him back. And that's why we saw the Devil card. So let's get some more energy on, I'm more interested in this mental health. So let's get this mental health. Let's get some more on this mental health. Mental health. First chakra. So what we have here, the higher self card. So they think they're using their higher self. Unfortunately, this is in reverse. Intuition, inspiration in reverse. So I think they thought initially it would be a higher self thing, you know, real high vibe thing to do. But the bottom of the situation, you know, the situation really ended up being that they weren't inspired, because this is in reverse, because they were not inspired. Lack of inspiration, total lack of inspiration for anything that doesn't pay well. Here we go. Let's get under the roses. Under the roses on Mental Health Day. Mental Health Day. Mental Health Day. Please be clear. Mental Health Day. Mental Health Day. Please be clear. Mental Health Day. Give me on that. Ooh, wow, that one flying out there. Because she is self-focused on herself. And it did not make her happy. Cloudy. Made her depressed. Let's not talk about that. It's making me depressed. Okay, we got here. Oh, and it made Harry depressed. Yes, and it made Harry. They didn't like it. It made them depressed. Because it's making them focus on their childhood wounds. We cannot do that. Don't make me go there. I don't want to look at my childhood wounds, because then I'm forced to look at myself. They can't do it. They cannot, will not do it. They got to drop it and run as fast as they can. They don't do therapy. They don't do therapy, they walk out of therapy because they can't face that inner core. They're the worst patients too. They really are the worst patients. Most of the time they go in treatment, they manipulate the therapist, and it actually ends up becoming finishing school for these types of people because they're manipulating the therapist and they're lying to the therapist, and they never get better because their ego can't handle it. So let's get some more on this mental health. Mental health. Yep, concern. And I would say it gave them lots of concerns. It probably concerned the people they were working with too. And we have because false person at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they're concerned because they would be revealing themselves. And they don't want to do that because it's too revealing. You got to reveal yourself and be honest. They cannot be honest. They lie with such ease. It's too uncomfortable speaking the truth. That is the bottom line with these types of patients and treating them. If you don't believe it, go to Quora and follow the doctors there. Follow the doctors. They talk very openly about that and how majority of them all walk out. And because of this reason, they don't want to reveal themselves. So what do I have here? I have the turtle. So they felt that things were going probably too slow. And then I have here the unicorn in reverse. The unicorn is a very high vibe person, and they're low vibe. And I would say with the turtle, it just felt like a real slow process. Real slow. They weren't interested. Let's find out. What else does the turtle have to say? I know the unicorn is very high vibe, and they aren't that. So that's why they dropped the ball on that. It's just for a quick image, impression, and then they leave. With this, probably could have been just too slow. So let's see. Slow. They like things to move really fast here. 105, 105. So why is that there? Why is the turtle there? So it's grounding, and it's in reverse. The ancient soul that is grounded at the home in the self. They're not grounded. They're out of balance. They slow down to a halt. Yeah, they didn't want to do it. They're not grounded individuals. They're not healed. He's not healed. She's not healed. Don't want to look at our wounds. We aren't high vibe, and we're just going to just lie to you because I'm a false person, and I cannot truly be honest with myself or my mental health or even the mental health of my husband. It would probably be too revealing also that Harry would be revealing some of his insecurities in his marriage, and so she probably put the brakes on that. Being a narcissist that she is, she likely felt that was a threat to her control, because if he had been totally connected in that, he could have actually gotten help, which meant he would have left her. He would have opened his eyes and left. So she probably pulled the plug on it, felt very insecure about it, because she needs that control over his mind. And that's the other aspect. She's got to stay control over his mind. She cannot let someone else get in there. She will not let someone else get in there. Yeah, because she has an artificial heart. She artificially fakes that she loves him and that she's there to help him. She's not. She's there to destroy him. Here we go. And destroy herself as well. They don't have self-love either. They don't know what that is. Yes, they just want foundation and achievement. So to set it up and look successful. But they really don't fulfill anything, do they? Because that is the whole pattern. You know, one thing you can tell with these people is you just look at the pattern of behavior. And the pattern is very well established now. The pattern is really long now. The pattern has gone on for a couple of years. So what I'm saying, nobody can deny. Because if they truly looked into this, they're going to see every gig is dropped. Every gig is dropped. They get in, get a little quick cash, and they move on. And that's just how they roll, you guys. And they're never going to change. This company that they signed in now with this being you know, the voice of ethical banking or whatever, they're not ethical. And that's going to blow up in their face too. That's going to be another blow up because that's the pattern. It's an easy, I don't even need to throw cards for it because it's just such a pattern that's established. And that's really what you look for in people, is you look at their patterns. I hope you enjoy this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.